Fullday School is a learning service program offered by school, where the teaching and learning process offered is a full day from morning to evening. From the name, we already know that students spend their time whole day in the school. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Honorable judges and audiences, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ahmad Nabili Akmal from SMAN Bangko. First of all, I would like to say a lot of thanks to Muhammadiyah Jakarta University, which has been giving me an opportunity to participate in this national English speaking competition. In Indonesia, there are 40,105 senior high schools, and many senior high schools have implemented a full day system in Indonesia. All of you must already know where the full day system at school, but do you know when did the full day system appear? According to campustutorial.com, full day system originally appeared in the 1980s in the United States for kindergarten education. Over time, full day school began to be implemented at a higher level of education. Full day school program has been implemented in Indonesia since July 2017. The program is based on Minister of Education and Culture Regulation 23 of 2017 concerning school day. My first opinion is, I felt that the full day is not effective because students have studied for 9 hours but are still given homework. But after I thought about it carefully, it turns out the system also has many positive things. Let's open our mind and think twice. There are many bad things that we have avoided, but I'm sure many of us didn't realize it. As we know, we go to school from 7 o'clock a.m. to 3 o'clock p.m. We definitely spend our time on useful things like studying, spending time with friends, with teachers, and so on. If we come home at noon, we will definitely do something outside of learning, like we may do bad things like the following points. The first point, smoking. You all know that many students have started to dare to consume cigarette, even though they know that student is not a good thing to consume. According to umy.ac.id, on November 27th of 2021, there are 18.8% students aged 13 to 15 years old who are active smokers. The second point, hanging out. If we hanging out just to play with friends and forget the time, it's just a waste of our precious time. But students often do hanging out like that because they think they are already learning, so they want to spend their time for playing around until they forget the time. And the last point, dating. A lot of students date at an early age. They spend their time for dating even though there are more important things than dating. Actually, it's still a lot. There are still a lot of bad things that we can avoid with this system. Based on my experience, there are 3 disadvantages of this system. The first one, students get bored easily. It's not weird if students get bored easily because the teaching and learning materials activities are carried out from morning to evening. The second, ineffective teaching and learning system. At 1 p.m., the teaching and learning materials activities provided to the students cannot be absorbed by the students to the fullest. This shows that students and teachers are no longer able to carry out their duties to optimally due to fatigue. And the last disadvantage is make students tired. Students have studied for 9 hours but are still given homework. This creates a lack of rest time for students. But there are 3 ways to overcome that disadvantage. The first one, school can make facilities that students can do other activities than studying, like swimming pool, art room, music room, and so on. The second, teachers can add mini games when learning and using a unique learning method, so students don't get bored easily. And the third, or the last, for the students, we have improving our time management. We have to know which one to do first, which one we can postpone. We have to know which one is important, which one is not important. And remember, Tan Malaka once said, The purpose of education is to sharpen intelligence, strengthen will, and refine feelings. So, I can conclude that education must have many good things for the students. And the system also has a good thing for the students, but we just didn't realize it. I'm Ahmad Nabili Akmal. Let's open our mind for Fullday School. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.